Okay, so at this point, you should all know what ISO 222 compliancy is. And if you don't know, it's essentially an international standard designed to simplify global business communication. Now, some examples of cryptocurrencies that use ISO is XRP, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, because many banks are ISO compliant and they are currently using SWIFT and, of course, this business communication to transfer trillions of dollars every single day. But what many of you probably don't know is these very same banks are ready to use XRP and transfer all of that money through their systems as well. And that is, of course, really exciting because trillions of dollars with the XRPL means XRP could definitely hit prices that most of you can't even fathom. We're talking about melt your face off gains, so much money, you don't even know how to spend it, and that's why I'm making today's video. So smash that like button and let's get into it. And so the first list I'm going to show you guys are people that are fully publicly using Ripple's technology. There's some familiar names here. I mean, whether you're in the United States of America, Canada, India, or Brazil, you're definitely going to be seeing a few familiar names. Now, Santander is probably the top partner of Ripple that is currently in the United States of America. There have been some other banks, such as Bank of America, that have talked about using Ripple's technology as well, but that's not fully confirmed as of right now in terms of them using the service currently at this moment. But all of these guys are using it. I mean, we have banks from literally every single part of the world, whether that be Japan, Thailand, United Kingdom, Australia. It's there and it currently exists. So if you're one of the few people that think, okay, well, nothing's happening, it's just completely unrealistic that every bank is going to be using XRP, I want to show you guys this. There is quite literally a bank from every single developed nation across the world using Ripple's technology right now at this moment. And this list of banks is actually grown a decent amount since this list right here was created. We actually have some Egyptian banks and now some banks that are other countries of Africa that are starting to use Ripple's technology as well. And the global crypto adoption curve is only going up from here. So as people are discovering Bitcoin, they're also discovering XRP, and they're also discovering how XRP can be a great solution to save their country a lot of time and money, which are things that most governments would need to focus on. I mean, let's just be clear. But there's something a lot bigger than this, right? And this is, of course, all the banks that are ISO compliant and banks that are currently using SWIFT. That list is, of course, much larger, and that list is also a lot more impactful, and I'm going to explain why to you very soon. But first, let's go over this list because it's absolutely insane. Okay, SWIFT has a monopoly, and we don't like monopolies around here because, generally speaking, monopolistic businesses are stopping innovation. And SWIFT is an example of that. I mean, here are all of the banks in the Americas that are using SWIFT. I mean, it's a very, very, very massive list. There's Asia Pacific right here. These guys are also all ISO compliant. So this list that you're seeing across Asia Pacific, across the Americas, across all of Europe, you name it. I mean, the list just never ends. I mean, like I could literally scroll forever. I mean, just look at the size of this list, right? It is absolutely insane. It is absolutely absurd. But anyways, all of these banks, they're using SWIFT, but all of these banks, they're also ISO compliant. So what does that mean for all of you guys back at home? Well, it's actually quite simple. All of these banks right now, today, are eligible to be using XRP or Ripple. This is the addressable market, right? And here's the thing about business that I'm going to let you guys in on. When you have an addressable market of this size that is using an outdated technology, which you know for a fact does not serve them well, it means it's time for disruption. And if there's any type of business that does extremely well, it is disruptors. I mean, just look at Steve Jobs. I mean, basically Steve Jobs' entire existence was about releasing a new technology that was going to disrupt the industry. Because of that, Apple is one of the largest companies in the world today. That is also what the Ripple team is doing. They're trying to disrupt an industry. And yes, SWIFT has an absolutely massive monopoly. I mean, The size of this list, once again, is just absolutely insane. It goes on forever. It is a monopoly. It is in the trillions and trillions of dollars. Yes, but we are tapping into it. This is a list of banks that we're already taking away from this system. And these guys who are using this are realizing very quickly that more people need to do it. And one name in particular that I want to go a little bit deeper into is SBI Remit in Japan. They are doing some absolutely insane things right now. If you're thinking, okay, that's a small list of banks compared to what I showed you with the ISO, you're absolutely right. It is a small list of where, the people that are using Ripple's technology. Yes, you are correct. But here's the thing. SBI Remit, they are a very large bank and just institution in Japan. And what they are currently doing is they are making it so every single Japanese bank will be putting XRP and using Ripple's technology. That is a really big deal. Japan is, I believe, the fourth or fifth largest economy in the world right now. So if they are going ahead and doing this, you best believe that this is a monumental deal. If Japan showcases to the world that Ripple is the go-to solution, it's so much better than Swift, and they start getting a huge edge over everyone else in the world, people are going to be scrambling in order to keep up with them. And that's the point that I think we really need to drive home for everybody who maybe does not believe in XRP at this point. The wheels are in motion. It's happening. You can watch it happen. You can kick yourself in the rear end when it finally comes to fruition, or you can start buying XRP right now and just, reap the rewards of what's inevitable to come. I think it's a no-brainer. I think that all of us should make the right decision for us, for our families,